Yo, what's going on? It's your main man, Rick the Dawn. Hey, anyway, sorry. Hey, so this episode is brought to you by my new podcast, the Rick the Dawn podcast. Go to anywhere you'll find it. You can just type in the Rick the Dawn podcast or just type in Rick the Dawn. You'll find both of my podcasts. Let's get it, man. But anyway, I wanted to talk about it because apparently they won't allow me to just have a normal life. When it first happened, as far as Ja Morant having a little situation for the second time, I was completely ready to ignore it, but they won't let me. So it's like bombardment, man. It's like every single outlet, every single person. It's like, dude, this is insane. It's like they're forcing me to speak on this. Okay, here we go. I guess I got to speak on it. First off, before we get started, can y'all guess whose body I put Ja Morant, his head on? Whose body is that? What movie is it? That's a trivia question. Can you tell me whose body did I put Ja Morant's head on? And also, what movie does it come from? I dare you figure it out. I bet you can't figure it out. Anyway, the Ja Morant gun incident. The first one took place in March, and this one takes place in May. So that's 2 times in a year. So I think that's what all the sensationalism is all about. By the way, speaking of sensationalism, I hate this new media sensationalism culture. It's like a whole bunch of vultures storming one particular incident, and they're just chewing at the meat and the bones. And when it's all said and done, a week or two later, no one will care because this particular source will be bone dry. All right. I hate this new culture. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's trying to, get clicks off of it. I guess you have to count me amongst these people because now I have to talk about it. But I promise you this will not be like any other report you've seen. I will not jump on Ja Morant's back and try to pummel him into the ground. This is what America does. America builds people up to tear them down. This is what they do. They've been praising this guy, singing this guy's praises. Young athlete can jump out of the gym, dunk highlights. This is what they do, man. They build up heroes and then they destroy them. This is American culture at its finest, and I will not be a part of it. I'm gonna just tell you right now, I'm not a part of media sensationalism culture. I hate it. First off, why is this not a big deal? Let's just start there. First off, it is not illegal to show a gun on camera. Can I say that again? It is not illegal to show a gun on camera. You can show a gun on camera. I can, right now, you can, this is not something new. It's called a double standard. You want to know why I say that? Because just last week, or what was it, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, time flies by nowadays when you're having fun. Just a few days ago, Bud Light had all these angry protesters. And what were they showing on camera? Wait for it. They were holding guns, showing them on camera. Nobody said anything. That's American culture for you right there. American culture is all about these fake Puritans who want you to believe that they don't do anything wrong. So now when you just type in Ja Morant gun flash just pops up everywhere. Google, YouTube. And then when you click enter, all you see is these people with their mouth open like, ready to tell Ja Morant something. That's all you see. Hey, type in Ja Morant, and it's going to say gun. Just click enter. You're going to see a whole bunch of people with big old heads like, you know what I'm saying? That's all you're going to see. I'm so tired of it, bro. Guns on camera is not illegal. This is the double standard hypocrisy of America. I hate living here sometimes because this is all we see. These fake Puritans trying to condemn everybody. Right? Like this is the home of guns and movies. Like seriously, you cannot go to Netflix right now or go to any movie theater. All you're gonna see is guns on camera, guns on screen, guns. I mean, it don't matter what the movie about. The movie can be about flowers. I guarantee you, it's gonna be a gun somewhere in the movie. Like seriously, bro. Like we are the home of guns on camera. So you would think just for a moment we would give this guy a pass. Like seriously, like, I'm not even kidding. And I know what people are going to say. You have to hold him accountable. Accountable for what? He has a gun on camera. That's not illegal. In of itself, it's not illegal. And then what really throws me off is that most of the headline says appear, which means they don't even know if it's a gun. Which tells me they're already ready to dig this guy a hole in the ground off of an appearance. We're not sure. It appears to be flat. Like, come on, this is crap. Look, back to what I was saying though. What was it, a month ago? Bud Light, they was upset about the trans representative of Bud Light, right? The fans. What they do? They went and grabbed guns, right? Put them on camera, right? Put the Bud Light on the table, right? And then they shot the Bud Light cans, right. But they were patriots, and they were upset. So they can not only flash the guns on camera, they can shoot the guns on camera because they're patriots and they're upset about beer. And that's what makes it okay. Man, if y'all don't shut up talking to me, I don't want to see no more information about John Morant flashing a gun. It's ridiculous. As a matter of fact, let's not even say flashing a gun because that sounds like a fact. Let's just say appearing to flash a gun because that's what's happening right now. He appeared to flash a gun. When I know for a fact I saw guns being shot in the movie theater last week on screen, on video. And according to all the YouTube channels and everything reporting on Bud Light, I saw guns being sprayed on camera. Nobody said nothing. Nobody suspended. All right. Woo. Man, I had to get that off. Get that off my heart. John Morant is the victim here because he's young. He's 23 years old. He doesn't really know better. He doesn't know how to speak up for himself. You can flash a gun on camera. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what is wrong? You know what's wrong? It's wrong in the public eye. Right? Because he has brown skin, he has his little hair and locks, he has tattoos, he has the bad boy image. So when he has a gun, it's a little more dangerous than when people who are actually dangerous have guns. Right. You know, he hasn't shot anybody, he hasn't hurt anybody, and you know, he just has a gun on camera, and he might be doing his little thing. Now, that doesn't mean he is not an absolute idiot for doing so, because I can only defend a young guy for so long. It doesn't mean he's not an idiot. Okay. However, he hasn't committed a crime, right? You should be able to post anything online as long as it's not criminal. And we don't know if he has a permit. You don't know if it was actually a gun. I mean, let's start there. We see guns on camera all the time, and we got to stop this, y'all. This is ridiculous. Everybody trying to get a piece of John Morant. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. I feel like everybody is trying to get a piece, trying to get trying to get a little piece out of a 23-year-old. Come on, man. Let this man live. Come on, y'all tripping out here. How about y'all do this? Since y'all so wise and y'all so smart, how about y'all give this young man some words of encouragement? Right now, when I don't know, I haven't really clicked on any of the faces that's doing this. I haven't clicked on the videos because I refuse to support them. In this moment, I refuse to do it. But I mean, I'm going to only assume that they're trying to, condemn him. He's stupid, but I get it. And first off, you're not that wrong. But the bigger point is, we've all been 23 before. Is it just John Morant? He's the only person. We all have done stupid things at 23. I know I have. Hey, raise your hand if you've done something stupid in your 20s. Raise your hand. Am I the only one? Just me and John Morant? Oh, okay. Me and John, hey, John, it's just me and you, bro. We the only people who've done stupid stuff when we was 23 years old. Some of y'all so old, it wasn't even no cameras invented when y'all was 23 years old. So how are you even talking about a guy? Right now, John Morant is more knowledgeable about how to survive in this era than you are. Because when you were 23, because now you're 45,000, when you was 23, there wasn't no cameras. There wasn't no social media. So you don't even know what he's going through. You know what I really hate? I hate when people try to condemn people when it comes to something they're not knowledgeable about. Yes, you're 75,000 age. That's your age now. But when you were 23, you have no idea the pressure this young man is under. How about this? Since you know so much, how about you give him some words of encouragement? You ever tried that before? Hey, brother, how about you call him offline? You did that yet? Hit him up on social media, hit him up offline. Hey, bro, I see what's going on. That's what a real supporter does. You guys are fake supporters. You're trying to give him support on camera. I hate that kind of person, right? You're the kind of person who you do a good charitable thing, but somebody has to be taking the picture, a photo op. That's you right there, right? You have to be on camera when you're doing a good deed. So what you're going to do is, I know the fakeness. I know it very well. So what you're going to do is you're going to criticize him to the bone and destroy his reputation even more than it's already destroyed. And then at the end, you're going to say, but I'm hoping for the brother to do but hey, brother, but this is just tough love. That's not tough love, bro. That's betrayal. Betrayal, bro. That's betrayal. Call him offline since you care so much. If you cared that much, right? Because, like I said, he's 23 years old, bro. We all have made mistakes at 23 years old. Now, his mistakes, pretty stupid, but still, we've all been there. If you open the closet to all these people doing this and expose all their skeletons, you know what? It'd be a lot more worse things than some guns on camera. Am I right or wrong? Yeah. So, What I really appreciate about Ja is that he's not bashful. I mean, let's try to put a positive spin on this. At least he's not a person who hides his crimes. Let's look at the positives. I mean, the positives are that Ja Morant, when he does something wrong, he'll put it on camera. Hey, let's hey, a lot of people try to do crimes and get away with them. Most of the people that's condemning the guy have committed crimes and are, doing it off camera. Nobody saw it. No cameras allowed, those kind of guys. But Ja Morant is a stand-up citizen because he commits his acts on camera for all to see, and he doesn't apologize. Let's give him credit for that. Goodness gracious. All right, how about some words of guidance? All right, back to my seriousness. First off, maybe he hasn't been given the proper tutelage. You know what I say? I say when you know better, you do better. And maybe no one's ever talked to this guy about this. Maybe they have. And maybe the people that are talking to him are talking down at him. And you've been 23 before. You hate it when people talk down to you or when people try to act like you were, not this or not that. This man is taking care of his entire family. He got there based on his adrenaline, skill, ability. Right? His intelligence. He got there and he's now taking care of an entire generation of family members off of, they're on his back. So he deserves some credit because as of this moment, he's doing better than a lot of us. Even the people that's pointing their finger at him, you wasn't him at 23. You wasn't him at 23. At 23, you didn't have millions in the bank. I'm assuming. I'm not sure. You didn't represent a franchise to this magnitude. So he could probably give you guidance because you don't know what he's going through. He's 23. Come on, man. I'm just talking game right now. So anyway, the point is, I can't possibly give Ja Morant any, guidance because I don't know what he's going through. At 23, it's just a different time zone, different era. But what I can say, here's the best I can do, Ja. Man, listen. It's real simple, bro. Everybody wants to see you fail. It's not even about the gun being on camera. It's more political than that. It's an agenda. You ever heard of that before? And when you know somebody's trying to set you up, the worst thing you can do is walk into the trap. I mean, let's use basketball, for example. If you know the game plan, hey, we're going to do this to Ja, we're going to do that to Ja, and you know the game plan, and then you play into it. Is that smart basketball? I mean, you know the game plan. They even told you. They're showing you the game plan. No, that's not good basketball. The right way to go about it is to know the game plan and outsmart. So you have to know that right now the agenda is to destroy you, right? And they're going to say, well, he's destroying himself. Possibly. But again, I'm going to continue to say this because it's very important. A gun on camera, flashed or appeared to be flashed, it's not a crime. It's not. And if it is a crime, there's a lot of people who need to go to jail because there's a lot of people flashing guns on camera. I'm just saying. And they're in movies everywhere, left, right, and up and down. They're in every movie. All right. So if that's not a problem, then leave this guy alone. I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous. Hey, Ja, you know the game plan is to destroy you. We just had Bud Light people shooting at Bud cans. We don't know where those stray bullets went because the can is only this big. And they were spraying AR-15. So we know there's probably maybe 80 shots unaccounted for, and nobody cares about that. Could have hit somebody. We don't know what it hit, right? But nobody's going to talk about that. That is American hypocrisy for you right there. All right? We've all done the things he's done at age 23, all of us. I can tell you right now, I've played with many guns and shot many of a gun. Now, I wasn't crazy enough to put it on camera, okay? I will say that. But again, we're in a different era. In our era, our phones, we had little flip phones, bro. Like, even if it was on camera, it'll really be, is that a gun? Because it'd be so blocky and black and white. Like the phone, when I was 23, like, no, we had decent phones at 23, but let me tell you, they wasn't HD like they are today. All right. It was like 1080p was the highest we got. And I didn't have the money for that. I had like a 480p. If I had a gun and a camera when I was 23, they would have been like, what is he playing? Is that a Game Boy? It would have been something like that because it just the quality was so and we definitely didn't have anywhere to share it. Share the video, like you share it on YouTube, I guess, and not YouTube at 23. Let me tell you, 2 views tops. All right. So anyway, the point is, this man is just a different ball game. It's levels to this. All right. A lot of these old people, man, y'all don't understand, man. This is a different culture, and if y'all haven't reached this young group of people yet, with y'all, you're pointing finger stuff, then what makes you think that's going to ever happen? I think we have to try some different approaches. Like, hey, let's just give them some game. Let's try to support first. I think one of the smartest things you can do when you're working or trying to help somebody is to listen first. Has anybody listened to this guy? And I mean, I've heard what he's saying. To me, it's just sounding like regurgitated stuff that he heard from therapy that he has to say in order to keep his job. But has anybody really sat down and listened to Ja Morant? Like, just listen. Just let me hear what you tell me why this is happening. And I'm not talking about one of those ridiculous interviews where they sit them across from somebody and the person digs into their life and then they use that to exploit the player. You know, I've seen that happen. Remember the one that happened with Michael Jackson where the guy appeared to be a friend. He was just trying to understand more about Mike. And then he turned it and flipped it to exploit the guy, right? And brought more bad news and more drama to him. I don't want that kind of interview. I mean, somebody offline, nothing to gain, just talking to him offline, like, hey, bro, what's going on, man? You good? Like, is it like, are you flash? Because my mindset is this. This is where my mind went when I saw the second video. And I didn't even watch. I just kind of looked at the little screenshot. But this is where my mind went. He has beef with somebody. Somebody's sending him threats, or he has some kind of drama or some kind of gang, conflict. So he's just sending a message, a nonverbal message, showing like, hey, I'm ready at any time, even as a superstar, right? Because let's face it, we lose superstars, especially Black American superstars. They die at a very high clip when it comes to gun violence. So, we just saw somewhat, what was that? 2 weeks ago, Deontay Wilder got pulled over in LA, or was it Los Angeles, whatever, got pulled over with a gun. I mean, so at the end of the day, these guys are targets. We just saw what happened to Pop Smoke not long ago. These guys are targets because Black Americans don't support each other, right? So naturally, you have to prepare yourself, especially if you're in the spotlight. Okay, so again, we don't know what he's going through. We don't know what he's dealing with, and I just think the wrong way to go about it is to just jump in with criticism. I hate that, bro. That's disgusting, and I get it. I understand. All right, you from a different era, and in your era, y'all did things a certain way. But tell me this: go back to your era and show me a picture of anything from your era that resembles an IG. All right, show me something. What, MySpace, Black Planet, Magenta? Like, what you got? Because this is a different era, man, and you just got to know that. When you were 23, go show me something. I mean, some of y'all so old talking about this. When y'all was 23, the only way to get information from one side to another side was a newspaper. For real. Some of y'all that old. When y'all was 23, the only way to, like, for real, some of y'all so old, like, if you did something like this at the age of 23, had a gun and took a picture of it, and it actually blew up, it'd take a week for people to find out because they would have to print the newspaper, distribute it, and then people will find out a week later. That's how old some of y'all are. And then some of y'all a little younger, but not better, right? Y'all had to email it. HTML email too. So, man, get off my man, bro. Get off my bro. Get off of him, man. Let's support the brother, bro. Like, let's support him. Let's try to support him any way we can. First off, it's not illegal to have a gun in the camera. Man, we just saw something not long ago. Like, you had some people walking the streets with their guns and all that. We saw that, right? Trump was just in office. We saw that every day. And you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not in support of situations where people get hurt. I don't support that. I don't support hate either in any capacity. However, somebody just exercising their right, it's legal to bear arms. That's number one. Let's get that clear. It's legal to bear arms. It's okay to have a gun. Last time I checked, it's okay to have a gun. Am I right or wrong? Am I right? All right, good. I'm right. It is not illegal to have a firearm. And he's not pointing at anybody. He's not putting anybody's lives in danger. He's just being a kid, a dumb kid, but a kid, right? Come on. And by the way, my last point. Ja Morant, look, I don't know if you can tell, bro. I'm sweating I'm trying to fight for you, bro. All right, you making this very difficult for me. I don't know if you realize this, bro. I'm on your side. All right, I'm fighting for you like an attorney that ain't getting paid. All right, like a court, like what they call them, a community attorney. Listen, a free legal aid. I'm fighting for you, bro. I ain't gonna make $1 for this fight. Look, you making this very hard for me. All right, I'm trying to protect you, okay, as much as I can in the eye of the public, and I'm gonna need you to stay off IG, brother, with firearms. Look, it's not illegal. That's not the point. But we know there's a agenda. We know that people want to see you fail. They build you up, and this is the part where you drop. I mean, it always happens. It always happens. America does this like clockwork. They build up somebody to be bigger than big, right? And then all it takes is just one thing that's not illegal to tear it all down. And they enjoy this process. They feed off this process. When they tear a superstar down like yourself, they get a dopamine rush. And you have to know that, Ja. You got to know that, brother. So listen, I'm fighting for you. But you got to do me a favor. And you have to be a little smarter. And I know you're 23, so your brain ceiling is only so high. I always said it. I'll say it again. Our brains as people don't really fully develop until the age of 25. So he's still 2 years shy of that. What that means is There's still some mistakes to be made. A lot of these people that's commenting on his behavior are like 7,200 years old. So their brains are fully developed. Their brains are so developed that it's starting to undevelop. Okay? That's how old some of y'all are. And y'all trying to get this 23-year-old criticism. Y'all not his parents. Fall back. My thing is this. Let life teach him. If he can't figure it out through all of the criticizing that you all are doing, let life teach him. Life can teach anybody. And when you're in a jail cell and you're looking at the wall, that's when you'll realize, oh, all right, when you're in a grave and you're looking at a what they call it, a coffin top, you'll figure it out. When somebody that you love gets hurt, you'll figure it out. Let life teach him. Don't try to teach him, because none of us can be his teacher. We're all flawed people. Name one perfect person that you know over the age of 20. Name one perfect person. And if you are perfect, please let me know in the comment section. And let us all know how you were able to achieve perfection for this long. Because my point is this. He's gonna make some mistakes, guys, ladies. And my last word to John Morant. Listen, brother, let me tell you something. All jokes aside, man. When our ancestors, I'm not even going back to slavery, I'm just talking about the civil rights era. Okay, I can go further, but I'm just gonna stop there. When our ancestors were walking the streets, especially you playing in Memphis, so this should definitely hit home. When our ancestors, Black American ancestors, were walking the streets singing those songs, "We Shall Overcome," you know, the crazy part is they had you in mind. You know what I mean? They had you in mind. When those people were locked arm in arm, singing "We Shall Overcome," walking the streets, and bullets flying over their head, and hate being spewed, nasty words being spewed. In their mind, they had a dream that one day that they would, or their sacrifices would create a space where the next generation could flourish. They had you in mind. They had you in mind. At the age of 23, you are able to provide for your family. You're able to enjoy what you do. You're doing something that you enjoy, and you do not have to face the persecutions that our ancestors had to face. So you are the dream, brother. You are the dream. When Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said he had a dream, you are the dream. You are who he had in mind. You don't have to face you don't have to face half of 1/4 of the things that he had to face, or that generation of people had to face. So don't waste their sacrifice. Don't waste the dream, because your life has already been paid for. All right. What you're living is not your own, man. You have to keep that in mind. What you're doing represents people who came a long time before you, and your life is not your own. It was already paid for by the sacrifices of people that you don't even know the names of. So don't disrespect their sacrifice by putting yourself in a space to be targeted, or at least assassinated by the agenda, because we know what it is. All right. If you was a soccer player, if you was a tennis player, if you were somebody who's a little more popular in the public eye, this would have rolled off the shoulders and you would have been right back into action. Right. But you are who you are, brother. And you got to understand there is an agenda to take you down. And unfortunately, you're playing into it. That's all I got, bro. If that ain't gonna help, let life teach you.